I'm hoping that they have a girl first for the next couple of years. I want them to name her Caitlin Rayanne because that's my first and middle name, and I'm one of like the 5 best friends out of everyone who's in our bridal party. And I just have a really nice name, and I think it would really suit their children very well.
Caitlin, can you tell us a funny story about how you met Jordie?
Okay, so all thanks to Matt Brown. Matt Brown, if you're watching, thank you for forcing us to go to lunch at Chipotle. Did I spit?
No, I swear.
Oh, here.
Sam, can you tell us who normally wins in a fight?
Who normally wins? Jordie. Hands down. 100%.
So, Ben, who do you think will fall asleep first tonight and why?
Tough choice. I think my money is on Nat because he's the one driving. So they're gonna get back, and Nat's gonna be like, I'm exhausted, I'm going straight to sleep, and Jordie's gonna be the one left cleaning up.
Patrick, in a movie made about Jordie and Nat, who would play who?
Honestly, I think they'd play each other simply because they know each other so well, and I think they could both pull it off really well. Nat's impressions of Jordie when we lived in our college apartment were pretty spot on, and then Jordie would come right in behind him and antagonize him right back.
Mitch, do you have any embarrassing stories to share about either the bride or groom?
A lot of embarrassing stories about Nat. I lived with him for a year. He tore up his entire knee and entire elbows skateboarding at night, even though he didn't have to, but he got the need for speed, so he just went down the skateboard and went down off the skateboard too. So not good for him. Me and Patrick just not stitched him up, but patched him up as much as we could, and he was down and out from the skateboard for a couple weeks.
Tudor, do you have any potential baby names for down the line?
We call him Nat all the time, and then sometimes Natty. That's pretty much it. Because we used to live together with Ben and Patrick would be Pat or Patty, so we keep Nat as Nat and Natty.
And do you have any potential baby names for them in the future? For any children that they have?
Ooh, I don't know. That's up to them to decide. They get to baby name their relationship instead of a baby soon.
Awesome. So, Jamie and Jesse, do you have any embarrassing stories to share about the bride?
Yes. Okay, so we were at the zoo one time, and we saw a red fox, and Jordie thought the fox was a cat, so she kept on saying, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty." And we were like, "Jordie, it's not a cat." And she goes, "Yes, it is." And we were like, "No, it's not, honey."
We were also looking for the bison. There was a sign that said that there was a big bison, and we were looking out in the field for it, and she was like, "Well, I don't see the bison, but I do see that big turkey sitting on the end of that log." And all of a sudden, the log and the turkey stood up, and it was, in fact, the bison.
Jordan, any advice for the bride and groom?
Yeah, so I would say definitely, no matter what, through thick and thin, all the worst things, you're always going to walk away and not like each other, but you can always still love each other. And always remember that no matter what, that's always going to be the number one thing that keeps you guys together. That's all I got.
V and Sky, what advice do you have for the bride and groom?
The advice I have for the bride and the groom. Well, that's a very funny one. Just make sure you're on time. Anywhere you go, everywhere you go.
My advice, specifically to the groom, is to you have to let her win the arguments, or else it gets scary.
Any advice for the bride and groom?
Hey, listen, I just want you both to know how much I love you. And do I have advice for y'all? You know, your Wendy and I have been married for 25 years, and I still haven't gotten it figured out. So it's been kind of a whirlwind, kind of a blur. and not really sure how we got here. So just do the best you can, guys. We're always here for you anytime you need us. We love you so much, and we'll be praying for you both.
Any words for the bride and groom?
Hi, Krishna and Jordie. I'm so happy for you guys, and I love you guys. I'm so happy. Stay forever together and love each other forever, and always just be together. That's all I want you guys to do, and be happy. I love you. And Jordie and Krishna, you look both beautiful and handsome. I love you.
So, Jasmine, what compliments can the bride and groom give each other to keep the peace?
So, Jordie, you can always just tell Nat that he's funny, even though he's literally never funny. He is always so goofy, but you can always tell him he's funny. And Nat, just tell Jordie that she's pretty because she loves people telling her that she's pretty all of the time. And tell her that she's a eat, slay, girl boss queen.
So, Jordie, what should guests know about Nat? Or what's something that they don't know?
He is one of the girlies. He loves to gossip more than anyone I've ever met in my life. So if you've told me a secret, I'm sorry, but he definitely knows.
Jordie, who will be the first to fall asleep tonight and why?
Probably me, because I've done most of the wedding planning here.
What is something about Jordie that a lot of people don't know? A lot of people know she's a bad driver. But I will say, man, I don't know. What's the next question? Can I come back to this? This is a hard one, dude.
What is your biggest pet peeve that Jordie does?
About Jordie? Oh, man, she loves to interrupt. Jordie loves talking. So I'll be telling her something, right? I'm telling her a story or whatever, and she's like, oh, really quick. I'm like, girl, come on. But it's okay. I love her. I love listening to her. But sometimes, just sometimes, it gets on my nerves a little bit. She's
Nat,
gonna kill me.
do you have a funny story to share about the bride?
I've got two. They kind of go hand in hand. So, one, Jordie's not a great driver. Two, she can be kind of clumsy. So this one time, we went to Texas Roadhouse to collect a bunch of rolls that we had ordered for some catering. When we were walking out, the rolls obviously, are in big aluminum pans, so it's hard for her to see. So I tell her, hey, watch the curb. As soon as I say that, she missteps and falls. Rolls go rolling everywhere. So that's one curb story. The second curb story is we were coming back from Warner Robins. Her, me, Jordan, and Jamie were all sitting in the car. She was waiting at an intersection to turn left. Light turned green. She goes to turn left. I tell her, hey, watch the curb, because I feel like we're getting close to the curb. Next thing you hear is ka-doom! She hits the curb. So I guess to answer your other question, what's something people don't know about Jordie? She has a very bad relationship with curbs. Other drivers on the road, please watch out. I love you. I love you, Jordie.